Muslims have a lot to learn from the superior West. On this episode, we explore poultry romance.
I mean, anyone can do what they want, you know, like who's there to stop them?
And therefore, we can define morality any way that we want.
Because I came to the conclusion that it had no rights.
I don't believe it's morally wrong, it's morally right.
Fulfillment is more important than
If someone wants to make that choice, they should be allowed to.
So this is like a moral psychology question that they ask people from all kinds of countries, specifically like at universities all over the world. Mm-hmm. And they ask students that, do you think it is morally right for a man to go to a grocery store, buys a dead chicken, and he wants to have sexual relations with it? And they ask, is this something moral or not? What do you think?
Morally, for me, morals gets a little complicated. Like, I mean, do I really care this is occurring? No, it's not my problem.
I guess I wouldn't consider morals to be the basis of this. Maybe my understanding of what morality might be is different, or maybe not. What the general accepted term is, but I wouldn't apply that thinking, like morality, to that.
I don't think it's right, but I mean, hey, anyone can do what they want, you know. Like, who's there to stop them, you know?
It's not wrong. Like, I wouldn't do it. I don't think, like, it's kind of gross, but I don't think it's wrong to do. So I think if someone wants to make that choice, they should be allowed to.
I guess morally right. I don't believe it's morally wrong, but it's definitely not socially acceptable. But I don't believe it's necessarily morally wrong. He's not going out killing and doing it and violating a live chicken. It's almost just a sex toy at this point.
I'm inclined to say no, even though it is disturbing.
Okay, why would you say no?
I guess if we already eat the chicken, we already don't value its life.
Okay.
And maybe we don't value its meat.
Okay.
So like, you're purchasing meat that you can do whatever you want with.
Okay.
Yeah, it sounds weird when I say it out loud, actually. But like, it fits.
Well, under what moral framework are we talking to this about? Like
Your moral framework.
my moral framework. Ethan, do you wanna chime in?
I mean, I have like a bit of a jaded view on morality, and as a whole, like I think morality as a concept is kind of a weird thing to define. Like I would say, it probably arises from just like a need to, like, to protect the survival of a species. Like I think that's like the framework. That's the driving force that created morality as we know it today, I think. So like a lot of the concepts in morality, like don't steal from others, don't like murder people. Those are all things that very directly go against the survival of the species. So I think that's one of the driving forces why we have morality today. So if we're looking at it from that framework, then like this person having sexual intercourse with a chicken, I mean, I guess it wastes food, possibly. But apart from that...
Well, no, that's the second part of the question. So then, do you think it would be appropriate or moral for that man, after doing it, to cook the chicken and actually eat it after he has had intercourse with it?
I mean, it is a little weird. I don't know. I mean, anyone can do what they want. Anyone can do what they want. You know, like who's there to stop them?
I don't think that affects it morally.
It doesn't affect
I mean, it makes it more gross to me, I guess, but it doesn't make it more wrong. It doesn't make it more wrong, I suppose.
Like, just because I don't agree with it doesn't mean it should be, like, against the law. Because, like he said, it's like a personal freedom thing. So, yeah.
Yeah, I guess it still follows that, no, it's still okay.
Logically, it follows.
Logically, yeah.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, he's even increasing his pleasure, right? He's not hard. The chicken's dead.
What he is pleased with, so he could say that this is a morally good action.
Right. Yeah, I guess I didn't even consider his feelings there. I was thinking more like just the rights of the chicken, but like because I came to the conclusion that it had no rights, it was okay.
So what if he, after he's done with the act, he cooks it and eats it? Do you think that that's morally right or wrong?
I guess morally right. I guess morally right. It's
Morally
not,
right
I
as
don't
well?
believe it to be morally wrong, so I'll go with morally right.
Morality really is just a social construct. and therefore we can define morality any way that we want.
Well, in that case, like from a very like deconstructionist view of morality, then I don't think you can say this is a morally questionable act.
Okay.
Just from the way I think of morality, because I think morality is like a very hard thing to break down. Like a short and happy life is much more valuable than a long and unhappy life. So in that like sense, or fulfillment is more important than like evolution or survival of a species. In this case, in the case of the chicken, what he's doing is not doing anything against the survival of the species, and at the same time it's also giving one person fulfillment while not detracting from the fulfillment of anyone else. And at the same time it's also giving one person fulfillment while not detracting from the fulfillment of anyone else.
But the question is it morally wrong?
Yeah,
so
is it morally
it may be a little bit off-putting, but it's okay. He's not harming anyone at the end of the day.
I don't even know. Sure, why not? Sure.
Clean it, then cook it.
Yeah.
Think that's a moral problem or no? Or here, should there be laws that ban such behavior?
No.
So he should be free to do it then?
Yeah. I mean, I don't personally agree with it. I think it's like icky, but like laws telling people that they can't have sex with dead chicken, I don't know. I don't feel like that's really necessary. I don't.
Like obscenity laws.
Hopefully it's not that big of a concern.
Wait a minute.
Well, I also, like, I don't think it's wrong. I just don't think it's, like, right. But it's a personal freedom thing. So I don't think it should be abridged by law.
But you said it was wrong, but
No.
it shouldn't be illegal.
It's not wrong. Like,
Oh,
I
it's not
wouldn't
wrong.
do it. I don't think, like, it's kind of gross, but I don't think it's wrong to do. So I think if someone wants to make that choice, they should be allowed to. If someone wants to make that choice, they should be allowed to.
A short and happy life is much more valuable than a long and unhappy life.
Run.